Hello, and welcome to this video, where I will be talking about page speed insights and optimizing page speed for WordPress websites, specifically for nonprofits. The goal of this video is to give some nonprofits the tools to optimize page speed. A lot of organizations will come to you saying you need to have faster page speed, better mobile experience, things like that, but it's hard to know what to do without just paying a consultant to do that work for you. So I aim to help nonprofits do some of that work themselves so they don't have to necessarily outsource it. WordPress is very popular amongst nonprofit websites. And this website specifically is using WP Bakery as a page builder, and using the newspaper theme as the theme for WordPress. So those are kind of the two elements. I was not really aware of those before I did the search engine audit, but I learned them pretty fast after looking at some of the code and using a tool called BuiltWith. So inside of Page Speed Insights, if you've ever used it before, you go to the reason we're using this tool to analyze the website is because the client already was familiar with this tool and had used it before to analyze the website. So it kind of made sense for me to walk through their page speed report with them to kind of give them insight into actually what it's saying. So that's kind of what this video is going to be, is I'll be kind of walking you through some of the key elements inside of page speed insights, and then giving you some kind of education on how you can implement some of those changes yourself towards your website. I'm going to be generally pretty vague, and this page speed insight can get kind of technical. So, for those of you who are technical watching this, please do not berate me for trying to make it simple. I'm trying to give people what they need to make implementations themselves. So that's kind of the direction I'm coming from. In this sense, we're going to take now that we begin, take the domain here and paste it into the web URL and click analyze, and it'll quickly analyze. Awesome. So, off the bat, it looks scary. And you can see that it is analyzing it on a mobile experience. So we're going to go ahead and shrink part of the browser to mobile. So I have a small little browser that I'm looking at on this side here. So scrolling down here, I think a lot of people will think this looks bad. It says 26, and these numbers are all red, and it looks scary for sure. So if you kind of look at eliminate render blocking resources. So those are going to be the things at the top of your page that are loading before the page loads. And those are essentially like how long is it taking to load these items before your page is able to load. So, as this is taking up the most amount of time, and generally I see render blocking resources being the most problem area for websites, especially ones that have already optimized their images as they have. Render blocking resources are going to be the second main thing that pop up for people. So if we kind of look at this a little bit more granularly, we'll see. Okay, what's taking a lot of time here? This one says 3,630 milliseconds. So about 3.6 seconds is taking for TD legacy main. So just looking at the URL here, it says WP content, it says plugins, then it says TD composer, legacy, and then it says the theme. So off the bat, I'm thinking that this is, part of the theme, probably like a pack of theme plugins that came with the theme that probably have like a lot of information inside of them. So that's one thing to note, is that could be the theme itself might just be really heavy, and that piece was already adding 3.6 seconds. So this one's adding 3.9 seconds, and if we look at it, it says WP Content Plugins JS Composer Assets jscomposer.min. So, let's say I'm not familiar with the jscomposer.min. I'm just going to go ahead and Google that. Composer.min. So it came up with Visual Composer, which is definitely the page builder that they're using on their website. We kind of know that because I've already talked to them about what plugins they use, and they've told me. So it's seeming like Visual Composer's adding 3.9 seconds of loading time to their website, which is not great. And this one even says newspaper themes, newspapers adding 2.6 seconds. TD standard pack, part of the theme as well. So looking at this, they also have theme punch tools. So that's probably a Revolution slider. Yeah, this is Revolution, theme punch revolution.min. So that's something. Revolution sliders adding 2.7, almost like 5 seconds total. So if I go back to their website, let's see if I can find the Revolution slider here, because it's on the homepage. Otherwise, it probably wouldn't pull up. Probably this thing here. Oh. Okay, go somewhere else. So yeah, that's how you can kind of pinpoint, look at some of the big problem areas and do an analysis on where those problems might be coming from. So going down a little further, just looking at this main image right here, this cover is almost 400 kilobytes. That's pretty big, and I would say that's definitely some room for optimization. Going down further into diagnostics, as efficiently encode images is going to apply directly here. If you're using WordPress, most of these image formats will not work. None of these image formats will work for you due to quote-unquote security reasons. There's some plugins you can use to get around that, and some coding you can do yourself. But generally, I just recommend optimizing your PNGs or JPEGs for their sizes and some compression. That's pretty much all you can do. Using plugins like Smush is a great way to get around that as well. So going down further to the reduce the impact of third-party code, seems like Max CDN Enterprise, 180 milliseconds. That's pretty minimal. I'm not really worried about that. Minimize main thread work. So the style and layout is 1.6 seconds. So going back to their website, I wonder kind of what here is not built into the theme. A lot of times with the theme builders, or the page builders, they kind of add CSS on top of the theme, so it kind of doubles the amount of CSS that's there. That's how you can kind of get, maybe an excessive DOM size, having too many elements, or even just getting problems with some of your blocking resources, render blocking resources, having to load really big style sheets. So I don't think that what I said about the DOM size, I don't think CSS applies. Somebody could correct me to that though. Actually, yes, I do think it is, because it has to do with the layout reflows when you switch from mobile to desktop as well. So that's kind of the main problem points you can find using a tool like Page Insights, is really digging into your render blocking resources and then seeing where you can optimize your images. Beyond that, there isn't so much you can do inside of Page Insights, and there are better tools you can use to kind of analyze your pages and get more in-depth look at some of the technical aspects. I will just briefly look at another nonprofit website just to give you kind of. I know that the website is built in Elementor and it's using the Hello Elementor theme. So I could kind of just click through, and I would assume there's some image formatting optimizations that could happen. But I just want to talk through those. I'll go to the website. splitseed.org. So it says it takes about 7.9 seconds, meaningful paint 8.2. It says serve images in next-gen formats, 10.5 seconds. Wow. This main image is almost 1.5 megs, so that's terrible. A lot of these images are 200 megs too, so just those images are adding 10 seconds of load time. Digging into the render blocking resources, this is generally what I see when I go to a website that is not has optimized images. They kind of just use images that look great, but aren't really optimized for the web. So looking at this, kind of looking at the style sheet, so that's Elementor Pro asset. So this is a 5-second style sheet that's taking a load. So probably some optimizations could be made in terms of the how much styling is being added to each of the pages, because this is also Elementor, so this is almost like 10 seconds, 9 seconds of time being added just from the Elementor style sheet. So I will be making a video, a part 2 on optimizing both of these websites, part 2 and 3 on optimizing both of these websites using the Page Speed Insights tool, and then we'll kind of use the tool as a measurement for the work that I do, and that'll give pretty much everybody a good look at how you can use Page Speed Insights to optimize your WordPress website. Thanks for watching this video. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comments below. Bye.